Utilities Commission meeting, Tuesday, February 13th. Jace, roll call, please.
Kreisel.
Here.
Hassan. Adams. Hall.
Here.
Quorum.
Here.
Nolan.
Here.
Tewinkle.
Here. In our packets were the meeting minutes from both. Did we not approve the January 9th ones?
No, we did not at the 16th meeting.
Oh, very good. So we have two sets.
Move to approve both.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Kip, number 3, discussion and possible action on Rice Lake Construction Pay Group's pay request 6.
Pay request number 6 is for $189,615.44. It has gone through SEH, and they do approve that payment or recommend the payment of that. The remaining balance to finish that project is $1,095,557.92.
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you. Percentage complete.
6570. Right now, it's, the iron filter is what we were waiting on. That actually got installed about a week and a half ago it came. They got that in. Now they can start, they had the south wall out to move the iron filter in. Now they can start rebuilding that wall, and then it's the piping inside and everything. They had a majority of everything done, but they had to have that iron filter because that has to be set before they can work off of that filter. So we're still on target for end of March. We should be pumping water. So roughly a month and a half, we should be operational, barring anything, but somewhere.
So is that pumping water or actually online in the?
Online making water.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know if there's a process to go through to pump so much water before you can.
I mean, everything has to be pumped to waste, has to be tested, make sure everything's working, things like that, but that's a couple days that we'd be up and running with that, so.
Perfect.
Just to make sure all the controls are working and all that kind of stuff. Final inspections, things
Once
of
we
that
get
nature.
closer to putting it online and everything, I'd love to have people go up and take a look at it.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Yeah,
Tour.
yeah.
Show us
I
where
mean, right now,
is.
it's a mess.
Yep.
There's tools and
Until this
parts
spring.
and everything all over the place. Nothing's painted yet, interior, that all has to be done, so.
Yeah, eventually.
But, yeah, it's
Perfect.
coming along great.
Good. Number 4, discussing the possible action on the retirement of Dennis Roll and starting utility operator hiring. First of all, I'd like to just say, thank Denny for 30-plus years, 35 years. Jace, what did you say?
It's over 30.
Over 30-plus years. Wish him best in his retirement. Kip, anything else?
No, he retired February 5th. So I guess we're now to the point of his replacement. So on your table, you do have the job advertisement that I want to put out. So with approval tonight on starting that process, we'll get it in the paper next week with a roughly 4-week time period for taking applications. At that point, we will, I'll go through them. We'll kind of make our picks, do some interviews, things like that, and hopefully we'll have somebody on board early April for the replacement, so.
That sounds good. Questions from the commissioners? Denny does not want a party of any sorts, so we'll respect his wishes.
Right, from what I've heard, yes.
Okay.
He doesn't want anything.
Very good. So you'd like a motion on the job posting?
Yeah, I think just to move ahead with the posting, with the hiring process, and then, once it comes back, I'd have to go through and read my personal policy. I don't know if, I think you guys have to approve the final hire.
Okay.
So, once we
Been a
get to that point, then it'll be on the agenda for a final hire on my recommendation, so.
Okay, very good.
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. Discussing a possible action on quarterly report. Kip?
It's in your packet. I guess if you have any questions on it, the water and the utilities all are in there. This should be close to end of year 2017 with expenses and balances and things of that nature, so. I guess just to note, we did not go over budget this year, either department, so I just want to note that.
Good.
We still spent a lot of money.
Yeah, we did a lot of projects.
We did have a lot of projects.
We had a lot of stuff going on.
The way 2018 is gonna be just as busy.
2018 shouldn't be as busy. You know, you gotta remember, we had a water tower painting in 2017, we had the service center purchase in 2017. You know, right there, you're looking at, you know, $1.5 million. So, this year, we have a few smaller projects, but nothing to the extent of, water towers and things like that, so,
Okay. And you'd like a motion on that?
yes.
Yes. To approve and then place on file.
Move to approve and place on file.
Is there a second?
Second.
All the discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Thank you. Kip, project updates and status report.
Cross-connection, or commercial cross-connection inspection, this is from last year, but this will actually start up again in April. So the residents, probably in the next couple weeks here, should start seeing, the letters in their mail telling them to, you know, call the 800 number to set up their appointment for their meter change and their cross-connection inspection. So that'll be starting in April. The well treatment plant 10, we kind of discussed already, so we're there. And well 6 rehab is 100% done, so
Very good.
we'll be starting new projects here in the next couple months.
With the inspection program, I don't know if anybody else has had it done in their homes. I had ours done this last year. Jessie was there, my wife, and seamless. We had one hose bib that wasn't corrected, and they helped us out with the part right away, and it was taken care of, same day. So, hopefully everybody else has that
Yeah,
same
my husband
experience.
was home when they came in, and I don't think I was even home, and he said that it went really quickly and smoothly.
7, other business for informational purposes only, or for upcoming agendas.
I had nothing.
Well, I'd like to talk about fluoride again, like we did a year ago. Now we've got more new people that might want to get in
Sure.
to talk about it.
What part of fluoride would you like to talk about?
Well, we already have 4 parts per million naturally occurring, and then we just add 3 parts per million to get it to 7. And it seems, I know it's not that expensive to add, maybe, we talked about that, but it's kind of probably a big hassle, you know, when we have a new location, and I don't know if it's more trouble than it's worth or not.
Kip, can you address that?
Maybe
With
it's
well
more
10,
trouble
you're
than
talking
it's
about well
worth.
10?
I know when we looked at it, sorry, when we looked at it roughly a year ago or whatever that was, year and a half ago.
We never voted on it. or
No, it was more just for informational purposes. We had one or two people that had asked about what it does, what's the benefits, the downsides, things of that. I know we had a couple dentists in that, definitely talked about the upsides of it and things like that. Expense-wise, it's not very expensive for us to add. And I guess at the time, when the commission discussed it, it was kind of a general consensus that the costs outweigh, or the benefits definitely outweigh the costs on something like that. When it comes to well 10, it's already been designed in to the system. It's already actually installed in there already. All the piping's in there and stuff like that. So, we can definitely discuss it again. We can kind of just regurgitate the material back. Nothing's changed since a year ago. So I guess it's completely up to you guys if you wanna do that again. We can just pull out the material that we used from last year and give it to you.
The commissioners have any other concerns in regards to fluoride?
Oh, it's good to have a little fluoride in water,
Yeah.
I think, but
Yeah.
we
From a cost
already
perspective,
do. Maybe it's too
For
much
some
monkey
reason, I wanna say
business.
it's like $20,000 a budget a year. Does that make sense? Is that high?
I'd have to go back and,
I
For
thought-
fluoride?
Yeah,
No.
less than
it's-
that.
Oh, considerably less than that.
yeah,
Okay.
I'd have to go back and
Yeah.
revisit what our costs
You
were.
might be looking like at the chemicals costs, and that's including sodium permanganate and chlorine that we buy,
Okay.
and sulfur dioxide and fluoride. So there's 4.
That we purchase on a routine
Mhm.
basis, yeah.
But I can break down the cost of the chlorine.
Yeah, and I remember-
Fluoride.
The documentation that you had sent out in regards to the pros
Mm-hmm.
to have it.
Well,
And after growing up in a community that didn't have it, I can truthfully tell you that I wish I did. Nowadays, being 45, dental caries and things like that, so. I see my daughter being raised in Hudson right now with no issues whatsoever. So I don't know if that, you know, and that's just me talking out loud, Pat.
Well, it's good to
So,
have, but we already have 4 parts per million, and
yeah.
I'm just wondering if it's more hassle and trouble than it's worth with being shorthanded and more locations and,
We have to test anyway for water. You know, we do all of our regular tests, and I guess my opinion is it's just one more test. We've never been over, under on it. We're right on target with what we're doing.
I mean, if we didn't have any, like some places don't,
That's, yeah.
then I would say, yeah, we should add, but
You know,
we don't hardly add that much. Maybe it's, I'm just saying, maybe it's more trouble than it's worth.
again, I mean, I can regurgitate what we had from a year ago if you want it.
I think it's there.
I think,
You know, we leave it alone.
you know, I think if you wanna discuss it, it should be an agenda item for discussion.
And do you
Not-
want,
not
you
right
wanna
now.
put it on an agenda to?
Well, there's some more people on the
Sure.
committee now.
Sure, so put it on for next time.
Maybe
We can have
they
it.
wanna think about it.
It's good to bring it
and
up
chat.
once in a while. It doesn't hurt. So to talk about it. I'm fine with that, yeah.
I'd be interested in seeing the numbers and what the optimum is from the dentist, but, I don't have concern about it.
Well, it's
We don't
not-
think about it.
It's not a
Mhm.
big deal,
We got clean water,
but
yeah.
I do see, I mean, I was gonna say, I do see articles about the downside of it, but I'm sure there's an equal number. And we only had proponents of it.
Well, but, again, it's not an agenda item, so I don't really wanna get into
Right.
discussion
No,
today on
and
this.
and that's fine.
Let's do some homework on it and bring it back up
Mhm.
in the next couple of meetings,
So,
yeah. we
do you-
can
So
get
do you
homework.
want it on the agenda for next meeting?
Can you have it ready for the
Sure.
agenda next week? or
Yeah,
we
next-
could wait
Yeah,
for
I mean,
one more.
If
you
not
know.
March, April?
Right.
April is,
It'd be April or.
we'll have April come in for our audit. I mean, I've got the information that we had presented the
It's
last
easy
time.
enough.
If there's anything new.
it's up to
Just
you.
put-
Rebundle it.
A quick Google search will bring up any new articles
Okay.
Pro work on, I'm sure.
We'll see what it looks like for the,
Yep.
March.
You're gonna, just my, I guess my warning is if you're gonna look up articles, look up credible articles, please. Use, you know, your American Dental Association, you know, not Joe's anti-fluoride website and things like that, so I guess just
Point
please
taken.
use credible sources.
Well, I'm not anti, but
Yep.
we've got it there.
Sure.
Maybe
Sounds good.
enough
Yeah.
naturally, I don't know, maybe.
Susie, anything for you for other agendas? Joyce? Kurt? The only thing I know, first part of the month, I think you guys had your DNR report.
It'll be probably March, April, it'll probably be April, May before we even get it.
Okay.
The initial walk around, went very well. A few minor things, some screens, things like that. But other than that, there was no major red flags that came out of it, so. But it'll still probably be, like I said, 2 months. They've gotta type that whole report up, so.
Okay.
So it'll be a while
Very
before
good.
we see it.
How's the progress on, the new building?
Good. I just told Dave if you guys wanna go up there after this, we can.
Oh, yeah.
You can kinda take a quick walk around and
Mhm.
take a peek and see where we're at. Going very well. I believe it'll be, end of March, we should easily be in there, is my hope. A lot of it depends on, how quick, you know, we can get the internet hooked up and our phone lines and all that kinda stuff, but, other than that, I'd say within a month and a half, we should all be there.
Good.
So I guess just for clarification, do we want fluoride on for March? Or do you want it April? Or do you want it never? Or what do you?
Well, sometime
Yeah,
this
or
year.
maybe May.
Well, I need a direction. I can't
I
just
won't
use
be
sometime.
here in March, so,
Okay.
I'll be.
So let's put it on in May, the May agenda.
Yeah.
Because it gives us more than enough time.
Okay.
And if you've got that report pending in April, potentially,
Okay.
that's the things we'll need to tackle first, so we'll have to prioritize, so, very good. Okay. 8, water utility and sewer cash reports, they were in our packets. The only thing that I was confused was the first one, the sewer cash report, cash and checking. First of the year was a negative dollar amount. Is that correct?
I'm trying to find where you are. Where are you?
Up on top?
Of the sewer
Yeah.
cash report,
Yeah.
where it says 220,000?
No,
Straight across.
80,000.
Is that a typo?
I will double check.
Oh.
Okay. I don't know many
Yeah,
banks would like that.
That doesn't make, it's just kinda sticking out there and it doesn't really,
It's the only question I had.
Okay. I'll double check, I'll just send it.
Otherwise, net increase for the month was good.
Mhm.
Cash and checking as well as, and obviously with the amount, I'm sure that was from the, well 10 draw.
Are you on water now?
Yeah, I'm on water now.
Yeah, I mean, we've been paying a lot.
Yep.
In the last couple of months on well.
So the decrease from operations is $152,000.
Yep.
So it doesn't look as pretty on paper, so. Anyone else, and that's just for information purposes only?
yes, it is.
Okay, other questions from the commissioners? Claims, and actually Kip just gave me a couple more claims.
Everybody has copies of them.
Oh, good, okay. For the new building. One is an office systems and design, for a $3,000 down payment on, furniture. Total quote of $7,400, but they only went $3,000 down. And Erskine, was the total on there anywhere? Or was-
No, total is 11,142.18. 11,142.18.
They just didn't make it in the last,
And that's
batch of payables.
moving the old, installing the new?
We removed all the old, but that's installing all the new.
Oh, so prep work and then installing all the new, okay. And you're asking for that fully?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, they just didn't make it into the,
Okay.
Last batch.
into the claims,
So
so.
just, you can just approve those with the,
Correct.
with the claims all in one, motion.
Very good.
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. And last one, adjournment.
Move to adjourn.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, everyone.